good afternoon, members of the Second Amendment community here in Massachusetts. John Green here today, and we're going to talk about best practices for applying for or renewing our Massachusetts gun license. So, step number one, you have to complete a Massachusetts State Police Basic Firearm Safety Program, unless you've held a license on or before June 1st of 1998, or you've taken a class after June 1st of 1998. So a couple of important points here. With regard to our requirements to have to take a basic firearm safety course, one approved by the Colonel of the State Police, live fire is not required. We know a lot of communities that are requiring live fire. That's policy, that's not statute. Also, a Massachusetts Basic Firearm Safety Certificate never expires by law. Truly one and done, but yet we do have municipal police departments that are requiring applicants to take additional courses. Active duty are exempt from our requirement to take a Massachusetts Basic Firearm Safety course. So any of your friends and family that are serving in the U.S. military forces, please send them over to Goal. We'll get them straight on Massachusetts gun law. Happy to do that. Step number two, review the application. Now, 3-page application for primary applicants, a 4-page application for renewals. That 4th page, affidavit stating you haven't lost or had any guns stolen in the past 6 years. So let's take a look at question number 4. This has gotten a lot of good people in a little bit of trouble. Question number 4 asks, have you ever been arrested, question number 1, or appeared in a court as a defendant for any criminal offense? Question number 2. Closed-ended question, folks. The answer is either yes or no. Be aware that there's no such thing as a sealed record for the purposes of an LTC or an FID card application. So if you had a run-in with the law when you were 14, you do need to put that down on the application, regardless of whether or not the case was sealed or not. So remember, a little information on question 4 is not perjury. No information is. Step number 3, we apply in the town in which we live or own a primary business. So what I want you to do here is take a look at your police department's website. They often have their standard operating procedures for the processing of LTCs and FID cards. Make an appointment with the licensing officer. Different municipal police departments require different things. Holden requires you to make an application appointment online. Other departments want you to call and speak with the licensing officer. So follow the directions most often posted on their website and use polite persistence if necessary. When your application and fee is accepted, make sure you get a receipt. See that other bullet point? Don't forget the receipt. The receipt is very important. It starts the electronic calendar, and it's also, for renewal purposes, keeps your license valid indefinitely until you get your new license. But the key is that renewal application must be accepted before the hard copy expiration date comes to pass on that license. That forever grace period allows us to continue to own, possess, purchase, carry, and use, with regard to any restrictions on the license, our guns. So don't forget that receipt. Step number 4. And now the waiting game begins. So Chapter 140, Section 131E states the order of things that are supposed to happen once your payment and application is accepted. Do you know that by law, your issuing authority has 40 days to either issue you the license or deny you the license? Listen, we have 351 cities and towns, a lot of great police chiefs, a lot of great licensing officers. But there are some towns and cities that are going way beyond the 40 days as required by law. It's a toothless law. If you read 140 Section 131E, no punishment clause, no punishment clause. So I don't want to forget all the great licensing officers and chiefs that are doing their darndest to get you that license within the confines of the law, 40 days. So what do we do if it's been more than 40 days? Well, Goal was very successful a number of years ago working with Firearms Records Bureau. By the way, some really nice people working at FRB these days. We have created a status hotline, and you can contact the status hotline to see where the license application is in the queue or system. The number's on the board here. You're going to need your full name, date of birth, and your driver's license number, and they can tell you where in the system that application application lies. If it's been more than 40 days, I want you to send a politely worded email to the chief, a politely worded email reaching out, "Dear Chief, I need your help. I applied for my LTC or my FID card 40, 50, 60 days ago. Firearms Records Bureau is telling me it's here in the system. I want to know if there's anything more I need to do. Can you please look into it?" You know you don't have to do anything else. You supplied the application, you made the licensing fee payment. This is a polite way to let the boss, the chief, know that the employee, the licensing officer, is not satisfying the needs of the customer. You're the customer. This often gets great remedy for those of us that have been waiting more than 40 days. And unfortunately, if it goes beyond the 40 days, 60 days, 70 days, and still no license, listen, if you're a first-time applicant or a gold member, give us a call. We'll help you. We'll provide you a good referral to an attorney. We'll also advocate for you on behalf of your state rep and state senator. Always include those two folks in any email threads going back for the chief. Remember, our priority, gold members and new applicants. Everybody else comes second. We are only as strong as our numbers. So thanks for listening. If you need help, give us a call. And remember, not legal information, but if you do need an attorney, give us a call or take a look at our webpage. Have a good afternoon.